the National Football League. And all eyes are on Cooper Kupp. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Rams and the Browns, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, and now some space to operate. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He certainly
receivers and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku, inside the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. On the road here in L.A. Extra point by York is up and good, and that makes the score. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
If he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think.
Now it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it, thrown. It's knocked away. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown, LA! Van Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. This out, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. Never stop moving.
They run again on first down. Chubb. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 6.
Big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Looking for Cooper. That's complete. But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 8.
Not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Again, it's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for taking the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams went off at Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job.
Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Powering forward. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with it. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled.
Practice more than we know, and most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
An opening there on that first down.
And force the 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards.
And get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will
from turning into points for the other side.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the interception, here's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. 16 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes down.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take.
Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This out, and they'll begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. There was still more than a minute to go in it. Now it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ryan Tannehill leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out.
Throwing is Stafford. To Jefferson on the slant. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third. From the 50, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cobb. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns. A give running right is Evans. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. To throw is Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. On the move past the 40 and all the way down to the 33-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game.
Outside the 30. Now a give left side for Chubb. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I can see
yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is.
They'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A big play there for LA. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll take this ahead. Going right back to Akers. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their best.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal.
Watson on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive.
Into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles, third in the nose of the football. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down.
In the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Get the first down, close it out.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. On the counter, this is Akers. Greg Newsom. Stafford on third down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards in
pass, uses blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. First down loss. You keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game. Here, he's going to get it again. Just looking to get. You have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. On third down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
Play.
extra point splits the uprights. And the lead out, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points.
The game plan actually worked, but overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now a throw on first. Throwing again is Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And it'll be second down.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Watson looks to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped.
Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a... Again, it's Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got an 11-point deficit now. Touchdown for Cleveland. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The offense for the...
But until then, this game's over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Rams, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody.